Hi, I'm back. It's the next day now, and so I read past chapter 21 that I didn't want to read. Also, the reason why I said a part 2 is because I just feel like part 1 was just me explaining how I feel about this book. Like like this is a very good book. This is like actually the first book I ever read. So it's kind of like, wow. This book made me so emotional. It was like I was actually watching a movie. And I heard it is actually a movie, so I might actually watch that. I might watch the movie too. But this is a good author. I also have more books in my book bag. But I don't know. I just wanted to state my opinion on the book. I think they really nailed it. Like once he like at the funeral, it literally was talking about like her like hating how everyone's acting, like all these people acting like they know him when they weren't even there on his last days. They didn't even think about going over to his house, see if he was okay. They're like, oh, I bet he's playing basketball in heaven, not knowing that this guy don't even like basketball like that. And I like that. I like how she's just explaining all this anger she has inside, but she won't say it out because it's bad, you know? Like, it's at his funeral. You don't want to, like, start saying all this negative stuff while his parents are already grieving. And then she find out that, like, a month after they got back from, like, the Netherlands, or Neverland, you know? I always say Neverlands for some reason. But after they got back, he was, like, writing something. And, like, now she's trying to find what he was writing about, like, if it's in his house, at the hospital, like, at the literal heart of Jesus Christ. That's what they always say in the book. Like, it's kind of funny because when they met, they were talking about how what's it called, they were in like the support group, and the leader of the support group will always call it the heart of Jesus. And so they kind of made like a little joke, like being like, oh, we're in the literal heart of Jesus. And that's kind of how they kind of brighten up things a little. So it's a little inside joke that I like a little. But she checked there. And then she found out that her favorite author actually has the book, not book, letters. Like he was writing something, right? And then at the end, her favorite author, like old assistant, went back to his house and got the, notes that he was writing or reading. And it was emotional. Like he was talking about, it's like this was all, I think this was like either like pre going to the Neverland, like Neverland, or after they got back, really, when he started writing this. Because he started writing about how he was kind of like scared, like how he was in the ICU when she was in the hospital, because she went to the hospital. But that was before they went to Neverland. So like he been sick for like a long time, and then it's like in these like letters, he's over here, he's like, I kind of wanted her to die first so she wouldn't have to go through the pain of me dying and stuff. And it's sad. And it's kind of like, dang, wow. But I think that's the point of the book. It's a sad romance book though. And the fact that like honestly, she knew that there wasn't ever going to be like a long forever like grow old with this guy, because they both were very sick. And even if he stayed alive, she would have eventually died because she was terminally ill. So I just really like that book. And I also got another book by him. Little opinion on this book. I rate this book 10 out of 10. My first book ever. That was like, I don't read books if it's not interesting. And it's my first interesting book. And so, very interesting. It was times where I was like, oh, so many pages to read. I don't want to read anymore. But then afterwards, it's kind of like, oh, ooh, I'm glad I did read. Like, and it's giving me a better point of view, because it's kind of like, to me, it's giving me like, yeah, you might be going through something, but there's other people in the world going through worse and going through like all types of things. Like, I might be going through like, I don't know, losing a animal or something, and there might be someone else who is like losing everything. Like, they might be like, I might have lost, like, I might be like depressed, but there's someone out there who can't even, like, you know, I don't know, like, can't even do things that they want to do. And you're able to do all these things, but you choose to be sad and lonely when there's people out there that can't even like enjoy life. They have to like work and stuff, and at young ages and stuff. So I don't know if that's the point of this book. That's not the point of this book, but that's kind of what I got from this. Kind of like, I should be mindful of what I have, because the people in this book had cancer, and I can never relate to that because I don't have cancer. So I should be grateful that I don't. And also, not look at them any less of a human, because this is what this book was basically saying. The girl Hazel, she didn't like how people treated her, because they treated her less than a human just because she was ill. Like, they would treat her with more like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, whenever they'll say something, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, instead of just being like, you know, normal with her, like how they used to be before she got sick. So yeah, I'll say the theme of this book is love never dies. There's actually a quote in here that says, where is it? Wait, I think it was, without pain there's no love, or like, without pain, how do you know love? And it's like, real, like, if you don't go through the pain and struggles of like loving something, or like, if you don't know how something feel, how do you know what this feel? Or like, without, I don't know, I just feel like that's what this basically saying, just a little, not a lot. But yeah, I love this book. I will read a lot of his books. And another book I have from him, let's see, it's called Turtles All the Way Down. And I heard that this book is kind of about this girl that has like a compulsive disorder or something. And I just like how his books are. I just feel like I would like his books, because based off my librarian at school, she says that the books that he makes are kind of like realistic. Like, this book was cancer related. This book is mental disorder. Like, another book could be, you know, like physical disorder, like just real life things that people go through that normally people don't really talk about like that. That's what I'm feeling like these books are going to be about. And let's hope that my hypothesis and my theory is correct. And if it isn't, then I will talk about how my point of view changed after reading some of his books. And yeah, but that is it for now. I might post another video later today. Something different, not about these books or anything, but something different. might post about like a horror game I like or something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for, if you watch this, thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a lovely day. And yeah, bye bye.